Hey, hi, hello again everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time, folks. It is always tremendous to be back out here with all of you, taking another look at a game that, boy oh boy, we just played a ton of for a minute. Trying to put together all the interesting combinations of powers and all the crazy wild things you can do in this one. This is Death Must Die, and this is a roguelite bullet heaven, and it's awesome. Blood swords. Your attack hits have a chance to summon a sword that damages and ruptures enemies. That sounds wonderful. Let's do that. So these guys just released a... Gotta put the auto attack on before I completely blow it.
Keep going and you might get another.
I think Nin was one of the goddesses that they added with the second act. And I haven't done much with her, if I remember right. Rocks rotate around you, damaging enemies. If you hit the rocks with your attack, you shoot them out and they deal additional damage. That sounds okay. That sounds quite all right, actually. Cool. See a lot of that happening this time. So I wanted to dip back in and take a look at this because, again
with the why? I've always
I think
mortals.
Death Must Die is awesome. I also have a full cup of light roast Pete's coffee, and this is a great way to start the day. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Your attacks become stronger, apply burning, and have a chance to create fire trails that burn enemies. That seems new too. Let's do it. That sounds great. All right, fire trails on the attacks. Yeah, it's true. For a while, I was playing Death Must Die pretty much every day, trying to open up all the weird powers that you can get. Here's another summon. A stone golem fights alongside you. Let's do it. Plus, this game has a little bit of a loot grind to it. And the loot ends up being quite interesting. You know, depending on what you're trying to build towards, but I have all kinds of mythic gear on at this point. Your attacks become stronger, apply burning. Okay, so this is just an improvement on that piece that we already have, which would be fine, actually. Let's do that. Get some additional fire trails going as well. Now, there are points of interest on the map also. Firefly step. Yeah, I'm probably only going to pick up the juicy looking items. But this is just another perfect game to drink delicious coffee to.
Let him feel the heat.
So cheers to all of you. Hope your week has kicked off well. Every few attack hits, you breathe fire that damages and burns enemies in front of you. Whenever an enemy starts attacking you, there is a chance you shoot out a firebolt towards them. I like that too. Your attacks become stronger, apply burning, and have a chance. Okay, so that would just be an improvement. Let's do this. Today, we're going to be a twisted fire starter. And I'm totally fine with that. I feel like we've gotten a major break in the weather. Speaking of heating things up. But you know, with that comes all kinds of chunks in the air that upset the eyes and the nasal passages, and you gotta watch out for those air chunks, I'll tell you. Your attack hits have a chance to summon a sword. All right. You know what? I think I want to re-roll these because they're all novice level. All right, there we go. You deal more damage to enemy barriers and bosses. That could be interesting. Your dash damages and knocks back enemies. Yeah, let's do that. Probably going to be important at some point in this third area, right? So far, though, I feel pretty good about what we're doing. So yeah, everybody in the goat household is suffering and clutching onto the allergy pills of the world.
Gotta be tough if you're gonna take what I have to offer.
Okay. Thanks for the warning. Stone Golem fights alongside you. Rocks rotate around you. Cast rocks that spawn continuously underneath enemies, damaging and stunning them. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's try that. I know it's a novice level, but at least it's another new power, right? I feel like we should get rid of that enemy. We should probably dash and avoid that enemy as well. Ooh, man. Went down some health there. Let's see here. Every few attack hits you breathe. Whenever you kill a number of burning enemies, the last target explodes, damaging and knocking back nearby enemies. That would be nice. It is novice, though, if that's what you're thinking. Let's go for it. So we got to kill 15 enemies in order for that to trigger, which shouldn't be too much of a challenge, let's be honest. Well, I've got to be Johnny on the spot with the dashes with these dudes rushing in like that. Goodness gracious. I'm not a huge fan of these ghosts that are rushing in.
Is this
Ooh.
going?
Okay. Got a new opportunity here. Summon Infusion. Your Stone Golem is upgraded. It can't be charmed, deals more damage, and whenever it attacks, its maximum life is increased temporarily, but you lose a summon slot. Huh. Your Blood Swords are upgraded. They deal more damage, but your attacks have a chance to spawn an enemy sword. Ooh. Your Landslide is upgraded. It deals more damage and triggers whenever you get hit. Lose a cast slot. Wow. What's with all the losing? I'm not crazy about the losing. Your chance of being blessed by Crom is increased. I think we're gonna go with this. So we got the bleed happening, we've got the flame happening. And hopefully that's enough to keep everything happening, right? Okay, those do not look very healthy for us. My goodness. All right. Ooh, look at this. Whenever you gang a level, your power's damage is increased. That's a master level opportunity. Hard to say no to that. And don't worry, we're not going to. Wow. Okay, so explodey poison AoE guys. Gotta watch out for them. Permanent straw basket of vigor. Might you be health? Oh, outstanding. Okay, we needed that. Okay. Your dash damages and knocks back enemies, another master level. Your knockback effects are more potent. I mean, this wouldn't be bad. Especially once we get to that point Because I'm assuming this area has one where we're just going to get bum rushed by a pack of 800 slimes. If you know, you know. I'm just thinking of that first area where that happens. And if I'm remembering correctly, you know, Death Must Die operates very much on timed events. Now you get to certain points, and now you're going to fight this boss, and now you're going to get bum rushed by the slimes and things of that nature. So you can kind of prepare for it in that way once you've played an area once or twice. Whenever you apply a burning status, there's a chance you summon a fire fox to fight alongside you. That's awesome. I would love to summon a fire fox to fight alongside us. Okay, the green arrows are becoming a little bit of a challenge, I have to say. I'm gonna head into this haunting forest area. Oh, wow. Folks, looks like we needed a warm-up run this time. Holy moly. Alright. Well, that's okay. That's you know, that's the first time playing that one. That's gonna happen. Let's check out the armor situation here, because I think I had some pretty good stuff going overall. Just want to see how we're built here. 20% chance to heal 1 life on kill. Okay, so it looks like we're healing on kill. See, it's been a while since I've looked at this, but I knew I had some really good stuff. Okay, so we're gaining experience over time as well, which is great. All right. And you see that plus 4720 shard pull area. That's magnesis, baby. We love it. All right, we're going to jump back in. Give it another go. Now we kind of have a feel for what we're up against here. And I am going to go auto attack mode because of course I am.
Kept you waiting, friend.
Ooh.
But it seems you started quite the way without me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you've got for us.
The whole pantheon has been stirred up. Death has sealed himself in his fortress, and time flows through mortal hands.
Indeed it does.
Surely this will be one for the legends.
Okay, so we've got your attacks become stronger and knock back enemies. Your attack hits have a chance to create a whirlpool that damages and draws in enemies. A sea serpent fights alongside you. That is quite interesting. How can I say no to a sea serpent? And we've already got a dragon with us from one of our pieces of gear.
The law is to be followed, so there may be stability. Death has no right to do as he pleases.
Let's see. Stone soldiers fight alongside you. Wow. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hopefully that'll help with the larger armies that we run into.
Lightning can strike the same place twice, if I will it, of course.
I do like this god's offerings. Your attacks become stronger and have a chance to trigger an additional attack. Might go with that. Your chance of being blessed by Lagong is increased. Your attack hits have a chance to create tornadoes that pull in and damage enemies. These are a lot of new powers, it feels like. Let's do this. I would like to trigger an additional attack if we can at times.
Seeing you mortals unite is quite refreshing. We gods have a reputation to maintain, and eternity provides plenty of time for bickering to turn into feuds. Pride is a heavy anchor.
Yes, about that. So, on cooldown, water gushes from the ground, damaging enemies. On cooldown, a water nova spawns from your position, damaging and knocking back enemies. I do like the knockback thing. Let's do that. Boy, that serpent is awesome looking. Big fan of that. I like what we're putting together here so far. Okay, sea serpent fights alongside you. Sure. Give that guy a little bit more power there. There's our stone soldiers. Good to see them as well. I can't believe all the games that are
Let's be real here.
and getting ready to come out. I've heard so many good things about that. Expedition 33. I think I'd like to get to that one. All right, let's put another point into this. Boost our chance of a second attack as well. How about all of you? Has anybody played Expedition 33? I've heard it's hard, but everybody says it's so good. They've sold so many copies. It's a huge, huge success. They're even saying could be, RPG of the Year type contender. It was really cool to hear. I'm feeling we should pull in a new offering. Earth Spike. Every few attack hits, create an Earth Spike that damages and stuns enemies. That doesn't sound too bad. Let's go with that. Our challenge is going to be when the archers really come in full force. Oh, these guys are here. Almost on command. As soon as I said challenge, these guys show up. Well, we'll see how we do, right? Alright, so this is going to be a mixed bag again. Your terracotta soldiers are upgraded. They deal more damage and have a chance to spawn a magnet when they die. Lose the summon slot. Your water nova is upgraded. It deals more damage and knocks back enemies. Your sea serpent is upgraded. Its length is increased. And it deals more damage. Lose a summon slot. What do we think? What do we think? Serpent length +6. Well, I'm thinking that'll be fine. Because I don't know that I was going to try and go ham again on summons in general. But I am going to try and visit some of these points of interest on the map here. Ooh, Shady Well. +10 max life. All right. Guess we should try to visit more of these along the way. You're saying, yeah, Goat. That is probably something you should do. Take a sip here. You know, I usually prefer the darker roasts, but I'm out here in rare form today with a light roast. Okay, I think we'll just put another point into here. I like that she's got the multiple dashes. Help with getting out of the way. You don't have to wait on a recharge too often. All right, we've got something coming up to the south here. Seeking Orb, +8% pickups. Cool. All right, here we go. Terracotta Army, Earth Spike, Landslide. Huh. I'm actually going to go ahead and alter this. And Lightning Lynx fight alongside you, so it's another summon. Let's do it. I'm ready to see our lightning links. Where are they? Oh, there we go. That's cool looking. Alright, what is this? Outwardly bubbles. Ooh. As you approach, the noises around you dull and fade. The silence gives way to a mysterious yet calming feeling, and you become attuned to an outworldly presence in these strange life forms. You let yourself sink into the calm of your sensations. So cooldown reduction, evasion, luck, or pull area. We're good on pull area, but evasion would be very nice. Let's do that. All right. Web thread morale. Water tentacles attack nearby enemies. That sounds great. Water octopus. Plus 1% critical chance. Not bad at all. So those tentacles are just going to stay with us for the rest of the time. That's awesome. Is this octopus garlic? Have we just achieved octopus garlic here? I think it's possible that's what we've done, and that's very exciting, I have to say. All right. Couldn't pick up the ring even if I wanted to. We are full up on loot. Which I guess I could have sold that stuff or traded it out. Stone of Stamina, plus 30% movement speed for 30 seconds. They're not kidding. Okay. More power to the serpent. Your water octopus is upgraded. It deals more damage for each empty strike slot you have. Lose a power slot. Water Nova is upgraded. I think we will put it in the serpent. And let's try the peace fluff. Okay, we get a little bit more life regen. Not bad. Ooh, nice. Some good stuff just hanging out here. Can't complain. Okay, Mouse Enclave Watch Post. Be on your guard. Life regen for every Mouse Enclave. Oh, that's cool. All right. Very, very cool. Lightning links. All right, so this gives them more speed, more damage. What else do we got? After dashing, there's a chance you gain a status that gives you increased attack chance triggers on your next attack. Increased attack chance triggers. Ooh, this is nice as well. We're gonna go lightning bolts. We're constantly moving and traveling, so I think that will pop off a good deal of time. There it is. What do we got here? The Shady Well. Plus 4% luck. I like it. All right. Looks like we have reached the archer portion of the evening here. Okay. So I mentioned the other day how I have been playing lots of Starfield. And no spoilers, of course. I know the game's been out for a while, but I would never want to spoil anything. But I did get to a point where, oh my goodness, we have reached the Frog King. Your chance of being blessed by Aegir is increased. On cooldown, a Water Nova spawns. A sea serpent fights alongside you. Let's give another plug to the sea serpent. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. All right, we better... Oh, wow. This guy is not messing around at all. Wow, folks. Wow. Okay. All right. Frog guy is not messing around out there. Holy smokes. Was it something I said about Starfield? I said I wasn't going to spoil anything. We got to try one more time. See, it's addictive. It is. All right, we're going to go auto attack again. And this time we're going to hope for some crazy powers. High rarity. Let's see some legendaries this time. Your attacks become stronger and knock back enemies. On cooldown, a water nova spawns. Sea serpent fights alongside you. I'm actually going to alter. Wouldn't mind going burning this time. I feel like that was working well. We just got hit too many times. Can't get hit too many times, you know? All right, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Searing attacks. I feel like it goes with the overall look of this character. Oh, okay. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of fire and ice. She does have some cool capabilities. A crystalline deer fights alongside you, chilling enemies close to it. Frost wolves fight alongside you, chilling enemies they hit. Interesting. Let's get some frost wolves. That sounds nice for us. All right. So, Starfield. Got to a point in the game where you get some powers.
Fire made mortals soft, like that sly fox Summer. You should have never taken her aid.
Okay, what do we want to do here? Earth Spike. Every few attack hits create an Earth Spike. The damage that stuns enemies. Rocks rotate around you. You know what? I did like this. Let's do that. Get the shield piece, you get the attack piece out of it. I think that's pretty neat. I think that's going to go well with what we're doing overall. So we got fire, ice, and earth happening, right? Planeteers would be proud of us today. If you know, you know. All right, we're going to go rock shield. So I got to a point where I opened up some powers. And I'm at a point now where I feel like I've seen a lot of the different things that this game does. Death, why did you bring this garbage into your realm? Oh, let's not...
Stop giving advice. It's their own damn string.
Yeah, let's not be nasty to Death. We're already struggling. Oh my. Your Frost Wolves are upgraded. They deal more damage and have a chance to apply Frozen. Lose a summon slot. I would be okay with this, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, probably not the best time for the magnet, but here we are. So anyway, I feel like I've seen a lot of the different components of the game now.
Oh,
and
my sister?
I was telling my buddy this is going to be the true test now to see if I continue with the game or if I want to, move towards something else. Your chance of being blessed by summer is increased. Meteors fall from the skies, damaging enemies and burning the ground. Yes, let's do that. I think nowadays, and this is something that never happened when I was younger and I had more time. I think it's also a matter of time and how much time we have to play these games. In the past, I never would have left behind a game that I've put, 20 plus hours into. Frost zones spawn underneath enemies, damaging them. This is a nice one. Let's do that. But nowadays, there's so many games to play, and I've always got a number of rogues going on the side. Where I'm saying, well, this Expedition 33 sounds pretty good. Maybe I want to dip into that for a moment. I don't know. And so my buddy said, you know what, Goat, here's what you need to do. If you're feeling that way at this point, you need to just lean into those story missions. Whenever you interact with a location, your attack area is increased. Whenever you interact with a location. Huh. Well, or we could just put another point into the rock shield. I think that's what we'll do. He said, go, you need to, just focus on the main story missions. Maybe don't do all the side stuff anymore. And I think that's good advice. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I do like the game, don't get me wrong. But I'm wondering, at some point, am I saying, this is starting to feel a little bit samey. I'm not so sure that I want to continue. I can kind of feel it going that way. And then you've got so many other games coming. The new Doom. I'm very excited about the new Doom. Whenever you kill a number of burning enemies, the last target explodes. I think we want that. I think so. Let's do it. Let's do it. And hopefully our winter goddess shows up again. So we can keep this story of fire and ice going here. Alright, Mossy Grave. +1 skips. Not bad. Not bad. We like those rerolls at times. Alright. Let's see. Whenever you interact with a location. Boy, they're throwing this one to us again. I think I might alter this. And I think we're gonna go this direction here. All right. That's gonna give us our health back, which don't exactly need at the moment. So I'm gonna hold off, but I might hang out here for a second. Your dash damages and knock back enemies. In addition, it leaves a wall of stone behind for a limited duration. That sounds kind of cool. Let's give that a try. If it stops somebody from chasing and destroying us, that wouldn't be bad, right? Oh, that's pretty cool.
No such thing as fate. If the little devils knew everything, how come they always say and do nothing?
That's a fair question. All right. What do we got here? Your dash damages and knocks back enemies in addition. Right. We just put that down. Rocks rotate around you. I'd be okay upgrading this again. I do wish we were running into higher rarity upgrades than what we've been seeing. Like a legendary. Wouldn't that be nice? I do like the Ice Wolves. Yeah, it's interesting how your gaming habit changes over time, right? Your frost zones are upgraded. They have a chance to trigger whenever an enemy loses a frozen status. Lose a cast slot. Huh. So I'm gonna alter this. And cast rocks that spawn continuously underneath. Right. We haven't gotten this one yet. Okay, yeah, we'll go with it. In the past, I could just play these 70, 80-hour epics and, you know, I never thought anything of it. Going through the whole Mass Effect trilogy, and even way before that, you know, games like Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy on the NES. Maybe those weren't 80-hour epics. They probably seemed longer in my mind because, you know, you're younger, right? All right, we're getting shot again. We're getting shot up. Gotta watch out for the
Training
shots.
Every single day with no end in sight. Some of those gods helping you out should take a page out of your book.
Hey, you know what? I agree. Cast rock hands that attack nearby enemies for a limited duration. Okay, so I think we're gonna put another point into the shield here. Yeah, let's do that. My goodness. Yeah, just playing away and grinding, you know, just kind of walking back. I remember spending entire mornings just walking around back and forth right outside the town in the Dragon Warrior games of the world. It was probably Dragon Warrior 3 if I'm remembering right. Just walking back and forth, taking on the random battles to grind out another few levels and open up a new spell, or, you know, whatever it was I was working towards. I'm sure some of you remember that. All right, should we move this towards expert? I think probably we should. Let's do that. More attack damage, that'll help as well. And my goodness, we need some health. I'm gonna grab this coffin. We are not gonna take that. Yeah, so nowadays, sometimes I find myself saying, well, you know, maybe it's time to move on to something else. And, you know, you never know. Maybe you come back to it at some point. All right. You getting attack damage for each immobilized enemy. That might be nice. Frost zones spawn underneath. Or we just make the frost wolves a little bit better, right? All right. Holy cow. Okay, so it seems like he makes a noise before I was out of dashes. Wow. Okay. This is a tough zone. They're not messing around anymore. Not that they were before. I think this game has a nice challenge to it, which is really what does keep me coming back on these bullet heavens. They're fun, and I find them even more fun if they sport a good challenge that's also fair. I mean, that's key too, right? Challenge with fairness. All right, folks, so this is Act 3 that has just become available recently in Death Must Die, and the entire game so far has been awesome. I've enjoyed all of it. It's got loot. It's got multiple characters to choose from. Maybe I should have tried rolling another character, but Maris is usually really good. I do well with Maris. I don't know. Just struggled with the projectiles today. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We had a good time, though. Hey, have a great rest of your day. Let's do this again sometime soon, okay? We'll get together. We'll play a roguelike or a roguelite, because of course we will. They're the best. And you're the best. Thanks so much for the support. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you again next time. Take care out there. Goodbye.